So we have a question from Steven. He says, I'm 35 years old, in good shape, and enjoy going to the gym. I do too. Since the pandemic began nearly 2 years ago, I began investing in a home gym. I think this is a good question, and look at the equipment he has. I have purchased a half squat rack, 150 kilo and bumper plates and barbell, which is a lot of weight for a home gym. That's good. Some kettlebells, 16, 24, 32, adjustable dumbbells, wooden rings, a rowing machine, and a treadmill. Yeah, that's a good home gym, but follow along. But not going away on holidays or out on weekends has meant that I've been fortunate enough to be able to save up the money to buy all these things. My issue now is I'm wanting to add to my home gym and spend more money. Boys and their toys, my wife says. Yeah, but you're also 35 and in good shape, and there's gonna be a time where she's gonna be pretty pleased about being in good shape and being alive, or staying alive, as the Bee Gees taught us. The latest thing I want to purchase is a landmine attachment for my rack and a CrossFit 2 ski erg for some conditioning workouts. What are your thoughts on both of these? Well, I'm not a fan of treadmills, rowing machines, ski ergs. They're expensive. How many kettlebells can you buy for a rowing machine? I mean, it's stunning. Having said that, if you actually use it, do it. But that's the problem with home gyms. You have that treadmill, and all of a sudden there's all your laundry on top of it, or there's boxes for Christmas on top of it. If you're using it, then do it. Now, so Stephen, this part's going to be very personal for you. I mean, if I were you, I'd get another 16, another 24, another 32, maybe a couple 20s in the kettlebell world, and maybe even a little bit more weight, so you have 200K with the barbell. I'd get chains. Bigger, Faster, Stronger has those chains that also have collars on the end. I think they're great for home training. A hip thrust machine. That's where my head is. That doesn't mean that's where your head is. So that's going to be a thing for you. I've seen people do the landmine stuff, and all the magic's supposed to happen with it, and it's great. I'm an old grouchy jerk strength coach, and I just don't see any value in all this newfangled stuff. He asks do I see them as good investments? No, you'll buy a treadmill for $6,000 and you'll sell it if you can for 500 or 100 later on. They're not good investments. Oddly, you'll buy a barbell for $300 and 20 years later sell it for $500. So yeah, for investments, you want to go with the iron. Kettlebells, as we found out during the pandemic, kettlebells were a good investment. I know I should probably say enough is enough, but I enjoy adding variety to my workouts and hope that someday my kids will also benefit from this equipment I am buying. Do you recommend anything else I should invest in for my home gym? So yeah, I would make sure you have doubled kettlebells. And if your kid's going to work out, you want to start thinking about getting lighter kettlebells. I don't know if you have male or female children, but maybe a female weightlifting bar sometime might be an idea. I really like ours. It's a great thing to have around. I'm kind of surprised to say that because, but it worked. The female Olympic lifting bar is a nice little addition. The thing I was thinking about, do you have suspension trainers? Because I think suspension trainers are fantastic. I also recommend the Sorinex the ab wheel, their rollout wheel. I think it's fabulous, and you can also put your feet in it and do stuff with that, and it's a good one. So those are my basic ones. You might want to start thinking about the other direction of things, like maybe a sauna, or I guess it's called sauna now. I have that little pneumatic gun for the hot spots. You stick it on there and it vibrates. I mean, those are all. A sauna nowadays is actually relatively inexpensive compared to the way it was. Yeah, and I would just pour a lot more money into vegetables and things like that. But it's good. You've got a good setup. It's really good. I would just give always my caveat: don't bench press at home, especially if you're by yourself. Okay. And thank you. That's a good question. I appreciate it.